Good morning, traders. This is Rick Majors here at Optech.com. This is our morning brief. I'd like to start off talking a little bit about what's been going on so far this week. It's been a little bit slow. We've had a little bit of really, not even a little bit at this point, a lack of liquidity in the market. All right, we've had a lot of instances where it's been very hard to trade. Lack of movement overall. The trends have been appearing, but they're just not appearing in time for a lot of people. Well, I have some good news, everyone. For some reason, the world decided that this week they wanted to push all their major announcements into about 2-3 days. So what we're looking at here for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is a whole slew of active trading that's going to blow your mind. Now, what we have available here on Wednesday, all right, we're going to be starting off with the Services PMI in Great Britain, all right, the GBP. It's at 9:30 a.m. GMT. All right, PMI means Purchasing Managers Index. It's talking about how much a given industry is purchasing, which talks about, overall supply and demand, how much they're really contributing to the economy from those purchases and how much they're actually going to be able to produce with it. Very, very large economic indicator, very, very important for people who are looking at the currency in terms of its future strength. This one's looking a little shallow. Looking at what we've seen so far, it could continue in a negative pattern or it could give us a nice little surprise and show up positive. After that, we have really our big one for today, which is the ADP non-farm employment change. This one's looking a little bit negative here, and as we've seen, it does a 2-and-2 pattern. All right, the ADP is the preliminary statement that comes out 2 days before the NFP, which is our Super Bowl of trading. If anything, you can consider this as the pregame. We're going to be looking at very large movement from the USD on the ADP here. All right, very, very important to keep an eye on this one. Come in a couple of minutes early. You're already going to see the movement happening before the announcement even comes out. That's how intense it is for market investors. Coming up after that, down to 3 p.m. GMT, we have the BOC rate statement. Remember, this is not an announcement. This is a speech. Information will be released as the speech continues on, and it will be reacted to live, real time by market investors, so be careful. It's not one movement. It will erupt as several, usually over the course of the speech. Overnight rate, we're not expecting any due change here. As you can see overall, for the last very large number of months, it has done absolutely nothing, so don't need to pay attention to it too much. However, coming up, last big one for today, ISM non-manufacturing. Wonderful, wonderful event to trade on. All right, we've got a look here that says it's probably going to turn out positive this time. They might even made the rates a little bit lower for the forecast in order to generate a positive statement. Great, great opportunity for you guys to get those last market trades in before you go into your regular day trading pattern, because after 3:30 p.m. and the crude oil inventories, you are clear for 4 whole hours to trade to your heart's delight on the patterns with no real interference. This is a golden opportunity for you guys because you're going to have a whole lot of liquidity left over and volatility trending from the day's announcements on several different assets, but you're not going to have any more market events to get in your way of screwing up regular trades. Now, taking a look again at tomorrow, I just want to give you guys a brief update. We have, obviously, this whole slew of things here happening between 12:45 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. All right, on building permits, we got the ECB press conference. We have the FOMC member, Dudley, is speaking as well. FOMC members, when they speak, there is always movement in the market. They have usually something important to say. All right, again, official bank rates don't usually change, so don't worry about it. All right, we do have GBP again with the asset purchase facility, which will be a big dealer. All right, it doesn't change too much, but these guys usually end up trading on it anyways. Coming up to the ECB press conference, and then we have the USD unemployment claims. All right, this is weekly. You guys should know about it already. Very big mover. All right, we have the IV PMI, and we have also down at 10:30 p.m. if you guys are still up, if you're trading the Asian market. RBA Governor Stevens will be speaking. If you're an Australian dollar trader, this is something you really want to listen to. All right, now just a quick word on the NFP, non-farm employment change. So far, pattern-wise, and what economic outlook is really showing us from the data is this one needs to come out positive. All right, if we want to be able to have the continuation of growth that the United States government has predicted for us, we are expecting this to come out positive. We need a very, very drastic change in the amount of jobs created. All right. Janet Yellen has been very much promoting the whole fact that unemployment is down, job creation is up. We're really doing a lot for our government and so on and so forth. All right. Now, us as traders, we need to keep an eye on that. All right. If U.S. growth really is in the works, then we're going to have a lot to look at for the dollar in terms of price gain. All right, guys, that is the end of our market briefing today. If you have any questions, you're free to contact me at rick.majors@optech.com or via Skype at rick.majors.optech. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow at the same time on our daily market briefing. Have a great trading day and wish you all the luck.